Hi there, this is Ashwini, and today I'm going to talk about the active and the passive tasking method of multitasking. This topic was suggested by a person who is following this YouTube channel, and the subject continues from a video I did previously on the holistic pyramid on work life balance. Now, in that video, I had said that one cannot task more than two items at a time, and if you have a third and a fourth work to do, you must give it on to somebody else. And I stick by that comment because we do not live in a perfect world, isn't it? We are also in the year of the COVID in 2020, and in 2021 this stay at home, work at home is going to continue, and we are going to be swamped with work tasks and our personal tasks, and we have to manage them together in the best possible way. So, if I tell you that the best way to do any work is to do only one work at a time and do it with the best of concentration and with complete mindfulness, and you'll get the best quality results. But in order for that to happen, you have to be a wonderful person who's able to organize his or her time excellently. But unfortunately, we are not perfect. I am also not perfect. I have plenty of things that need to be done at once, so we multitask. Now, multitasking means there are three or four activities that you do simultaneously. Now, why do you do more than four to five different activities at a time? Sometimes we are unsure about how the other person is going to do the work and what will be the results if they do the work which was actually ours. So we stop ourselves from giving that task, the third and the fourth and the fifth task, to somebody else. Or we have a problem that we are micromanagers. We love to know what happens in each and every place and each and every instance. That is again a problem of fear, that you are not able to trust people that they are going to do a job. And you cannot sit tight till you micromanage each and everything and you know what is happening everywhere. So you add on work onto yourself. Now, what is effective time management and effective multitasking? Some of the tasks you have to give it to others, right? Now, being effective is to develop the ability to know one's limitations, what are your own limitations, and the other person's limitations, and to create a work atmosphere that is open enough to share responsibility, and people are qualified and they're confident in themselves, isn't it? So, once this culture is there, people are confident in themselves, there is a positive work culture going on, it is easier to give out some tasks that others can do for you and they are good at it. Now, how would it be in a home situation? Supposing you have a customer call and you also have a personal banking problem to take care of, you will give this task of banking to your spouse or anybody else who's very good in banking, and then you don't have to think about that issue anymore and just concentrate on your job, whatever you have to do on that time. Or it could be that you're getting unnecessarily stressed out, you're handling two or three different things, and you're not very good in calculations in accounting and financial management of the company or of that project which you're working on. You say to your colleague, please do this part of my work for me, and I will do the formatting, the graphics, and the slide presentations for you. So, you have to have this type of a culture in which you can share the responsibility and get a good work output. All right. So, that is what you can do in order to cut down on the number of tasks that you have. Because if you are going to have plenty of tasks one by one, six, seven different tasks going on at the same time, then you are going to crash. Now, multitasking came about, the term came about in computers, where computers had the ability to do 4 or 5 different tasks all at once. And it's like opening about 10 to 15 windows all at once on your laptop, or it is taking your mobile and having all the apps functioning together. And you know what happens after that? The mobile freezes, your laptop freezes and crashes because there's too much of activity even for a machine to take care of all at once. And this also happens in your mind and in your nervous system. In our brains and in the nervous system, there are a lot of synapses happening, a lot of electricity is going up and down within our body. And if you do average work, average work, average work, average work in 6 different places, concentrating at 10 seconds, 15 seconds, 20 seconds, or 10 minutes per activity, your mind is going to be overloaded and your body is going to be completely spiked all the time doing multitasking. Now, I'll show you a diagram which will make it very clear to you what happens when you do a single tasking activity and a multitasking activity. Here is a very simple diagram that I have come up. Now, in this part over here, you have just one part, one task to do, right? So, in your mind, in your brain, there's not a lot of electricity going on, right? You're just doing one task, one task, one task, one task mindfully, and the output will be good. But when you multitask, see the different problem solvings that you're doing, the decisions you're taking at each and every juncture, every 15-20 minutes. There is so much of electricity, or you can say synapses going in your body, in the nervous system, that you are going to crash. And then just like a computer, you need to reboot. So you have to reboot yourself again as a human being too. So what I suggest is a twofold method. Now, ideally, this would be the correct method, but then we are not in an ideal situation. We have so much of work for us to do. So, I suggest that you do one repetitive, passive, mechanical activity and one problem solving, active, mental activity. Okay, so passive mechanical repetitive activity which has doesn't have too many time bounds, and one active problem solving decision making activity. Okay, so mechanical repetitive passive activity here. All right, now why this could be effective is because of one or two reasons. You see, each task that we do requires a different ability from us. There are some tasks which are mechanical and repetitive, and you just need coordination, which keeps on going up and down. All right, so you just need to move your hands or your feet. But there are some activities in which all the five senses are used: your vision, your sound, your thinking. So you have to divide activities accordingly. All right, now if you do too many activities at a time, what is going to happen? You are going to be easily stressed out. You will have a drop in the quality of work because you cannot give enough time to each and every activity that you have started. You will have a mental block because you have too many activities going on, too many tasks on hand, and you will create mistakes. And then when you create mistakes, you have to go back and redo the activity once again. So more tasks are added into your schedule. So faster burnout of body and mind, and the brain does not get relaxed time to refresh it's yourself in the mind so that you can think creatively for a solution which is required in a difficult situation. So, what is the solution? Like I said, combine a passive mechanical activity with an active problem solving decision making activity where you use your senses and your mind a little more. Now, here are a few examples. Oh, yes. And what activity should be done singularly without any other tasks together is an activity which needs great deal of concentration, like development of a product, creating art, or you are solving a very difficult complicated problem. So when you do these type of activities, you must concentrate fully on that activity. Okay, now examples of things that you can mix up: a physical activity with an active mental activity. Right, you can iron your clothes and listen to a document. You can do maths homework with your child and do a coloring activity with your child, with your other child perhaps. Yes, so one is a physical repetitive activity and the other is a slightly more complicated mental activity where you need to solve problems. You can fold clothes and you can talk on the phone, but you must never drive and talk on the phone. Why? Because driving needs a lot of physical coordination, using of the mental faculties, of the sense of sight, and the comparisons that you make when you drive or reverse. Plus, if you're talking on the phone, then you have to think about an answer to someone. So you have two activities in the mind which are going simultaneously, plus coordination of the body. All right, so that is very very dangerous and you should never do it. And you also cannot do two active activities like typing a document and cooking. Now these are again very difficult to do. They are mechanical and repetitive activities, but they are difficult to do because lots of active motion is needed in cooking, and cooking is a time bound activity where things can burn, and typing needs physical use of hands and mental as well. So that's not going to work. So tell me what you think. Combination of a passive, a repetitive mechanical activity and an active mental activity to be done simultaneously. See if this works for you, and do let me know if your stress level goes down a little bit. Give some tasks to others to do who are good at it and trust them that they will do it. And let me know what are your techniques of multitasking. So see you next time with a different topic. Bye bye. See you.